Hello and welcome back, Swink Lion family, to the 23-24 school year. You might be wondering why you're getting this video as I put it together today. I was thinking, why not save some time and follow part of my routine of don't have a meeting if it can be handled in an email. So I put the presentation together and I'm going to try something new, as I encourage all of you to do all the time. And if I fail, which fail stands for first attempt in learning, we'll back up and repunt again and try something different. But I want to try to save you guys some time and let you get back into your classrooms or your departments and get work done as we get ready to kick off this school year by sending out this video for you to watch and kind of use the philosophy behind a flipped classroom, where the video or lesson is sent out so students can review it and then ask questions afterwards the next day in class when they're doing their project or assignment. So let's get started. And I only have 15 minutes to record because Screenomatic is a free version that I have. And we'll see if we can get through this in 15 minutes. So change is scary, but not as scary as staying the same forever. So we're going to try to change things up by doing it this way and see what comes of it. I will say that we will still meet on Monday morning, August 14th, as planned by the agenda. For those of you who are watching this on this Sunday evening, first off, you should be relaxing and enjoying some family friend time before we kick off the new school year. So we will still meet on Monday morning in the multi-purpose room to kick off the new school year, as some of this stuff we do need to do in person. First off, we will have a welcome back by our board vice president, Shanna Mollish, along with any other board members that are available to come join us tomorrow morning. We will introduce our new staff. James Brown, a bus driver. Emily Casus, second grade. Lisa Gallegos, high school science. Katie Jones, second grade. Skylar Jones, high school PE and weights. Lexi Kurtz, paraprofessional. Chris Smith, assistant AD and assistant principal. Carissa Trujillo, junior high English and MTSS coordinator. We do have a few staff who are transitioning into some different roles from last year. Bonnie Grossen will be teaching 9th and 10th grade English. And Holly LaRue will transition from 4th grade to 5th, 6th grade ELA. Some do's and don'ts of classroom decorations. Brad Davidson will be here to join us for a few minutes to talk about what you can hang and cannot hang and decorate in your classrooms regarding fire regulations and restrictions. And we all know how we enjoy those bloodborne pathogens and all those other videos every year that we have to watch. So I thought this was kind of cute graphic that I found the other day. So speaking of those required videos, you should be getting, if you've not already, an email from Vector or Safe Schools of 3 videos that you have to watch on your own. They are mandatory reporting, sexual harassment, and sexual abuse. Make sure you watch all those and complete that so we can have that completed by the end of September. You also should have received an email from me regarding back to school that contained a link for YouTube videos on confidentiality and bloodborne pathogens. To ensure that you've watched those, please do sign off on that Google Sheet that I sent a link to as well. Technology. There's always technology changing. First off, Chip's classroom has moved. He is no longer out in the Industrial Arts Building. He has moved his classroom to the library. This does not mean that when he is teaching class, everyone has immediate access. Please do not send students or travel down there yourself to the library to ask Chip a question when he is teaching classes. Use the tech request on the website. That is the most important and quickest way for Chip to be able to resolve your issues. We are launching something new this year. Cyber insurance continues to go up in cost every year with very reduced liability at times for districts. So we are launching a new program this year to try to help in making individuals more aware of some of the things they get in their email that they could possibly click on that could cause some problems with hackers or ransomware. So when you get emails, be sure to watch out for some of those that come through. Don't click on things. If you have questions, please reach out to Chip and he can answer those. This is a really cool program because it does tell us when somebody clicks on something they shouldn't. So it gives us a report, and then we're able to do some additional training on that to help keep our cyber insurance at a lower rate. Elementary, you guys had asked last spring to have some time with Chip this fall before we launch school to be able to go over Clever and some of the other programs that launch with that, especially I believe the ELA curriculum and possibly the math curriculum. I will set aside some time for you guys to meet with him this week. I apologize for not getting that on the schedule. Some other updates and announcements, and I'm confident that I'm going through this way too fast, but right now I'm at about 6 minutes, so I'm going to have to speed up or try to figure out how to launch this in 2 different PowerPoints, presentations, and YouTube videos. So we did have a BEST grant project that allowed us to have new doors, a new intercom system, and a new fire alarm system put in. The doors are completely finished. They are still working on tying up some last minute things on the intercom system and the fire alarm system this week. They may be doing some testing, so we may be interrupted at some times with different things. You'll notice on your call buttons in your classrooms or offices that you have 2 buttons on that call panel, one saying emergency and the other one just being a normal button. As we get trained this week, we'll be able to share more information on what those 2 different buttons do and how to utilize those. So look forward to more information coming out on those. Grants. As always, before you apply for a grant, you must have superintendent approval. If there's a match involved, whether it be an in-kind donation or a monetary donation, the board must approve that grant application before it is submitted. CPR and first aid will be offered on Tuesday and Wednesday morning from 8 to noon. You should have got an email from Beth regarding that. Please respond to her via that email or reach out to her so she can make sure you're on the schedule and we don't overload one day from the other. Stacy will do an individual teacher training for the administration of medications as she has in the past. So she'll be coming around, or reach out to her and we'll get that checked off our annual to-do list. Purchase orders. You must complete a purchase order in the job form. Those forms can be located on the website under Prideland, and they must be approved before you can order or the purchasing can take place. You must enter the entire account number on the PO this year, or it will be denied. Janelle should have provided you with a card with your full account number that you will enter on those POs. It takes way too much time on the office end to try to allocate that to the proper account when we have to look up various account numbers for every classroom or teacher, grade level, subject. So ensure you put that full account number on that PO or it will be denied. Do not take items from the office when they come in until they're checked in from Kathy or Vanessa, and then they will clear you to take it. We've lost some items. Some items said they were delivered and we can't find them. So it's important that those items are checked in, marked off the POs and invoices, and then you may retrieve those for your classroom. Walmart. Each trip you take to Walmart must have a new PO. Make sure you come get the tax-exempt card, and purchase card from the office when you go. I will also say that when you go to purchase your items and get out to the checkout, make sure you give them the tax-exempt card before you start putting items and ringing up items, because they have to have that tax-exempt number in there before, or they get to start the entire process over. I've made that mistake myself, so just a little heads up for you. Transportation. As many of you know, Tina retired after many years in the transportation department here at Swink and in the state of Colorado. We will greatly miss her leadership in that department. But moving forward, I am the new transportation director for Swink Schools. I will be organizing all activity trips, routes with her help this first year, and assigning vehicles. Tina is still going to be a substitute bus driver for us at times and do some driver training when we need her. I ask that you utilize the request on the website, be it for a vehicle with no students or the activity request when you take students. That just helps track the process. Those requests must be submitted at least 7 days before the activity, or there will be no guarantee that you'll have a vehicle or a driver. Elementary, I'm going to encourage you to put some of your field trips in the fall. That kind of helps eliminate some of the over demands of transportation that come in spring with track, baseball, all the field trips and activities that are going on in the spring. So maybe look at some of your field trips. Is there something that you could do this fall with your educational field trips? That would be great to try to make that happen. Drivers are still limited. We have 2 full-time bus drivers. Aaron will be returning, and then as we mentioned earlier, Jim Brown will be one of our other full-time route drivers. As I said, Tina will be subbing for us occasionally, and then I will fill in as needed, either on routes or activities as well. And I thought this was a great meme that I came across. I believe I may have shared it last year with teachers, but this really kind of reminds me of what our different levels of teachers kind of go through when it comes time for the kickoff of the school year, or even sometimes the end of the year when we're trying to wrap up things. So I am currently at almost 12 minutes, so I'm going to stop this one here and try to launch a second one to see if I can do another roughly 15-minute video to get through the rest of this. So be patient, and I appreciate the opportunity to allow me to try something new this year, and hopefully this will be something you enjoy as far as moving forward, so you don't have to sit in the multi-purpose room for 2 to 3 hours. So we'll be back shortly.